everybody, it's Paige, and today's video is going to be my first impressions review of the brand new GLAMLITE palette. This is the cake palette, and I am absolutely obsessed with this packaging and just the overall concept of this palette. It is so freaking cute. I have seen the brand GLAMLITE everywhere. Like, it's all over the internet. It was on Jeffree Star's channel, Nikki Tutorial's channel. I've seen it on Instagram. I've been following them for quite some time, and they are the brand that has like all those pizza palettes and the burger palette, and they also have a taco palette, I believe. They have a ton of really fun like food themed products, and oh, literally, I was so close to purchasing every single one of their products during their Black Friday sale, but I controlled myself and I didn't do it. But when I saw that this was coming out, I was like, okay, you know what, that's it. I can't control myself anymore. I need to purchase this palette. So I did buy this with my own money, and I believe I bought it on pre-sale. It was $40, and this is what the palette itself looks like, but it actually came in this really cute packaging. It was labeled as their PR package, which it's not PR because I paid for it, but this is what the influencers receive if they do receive GLAMLITE's PR. So I thought that's really, I don't know, I think it's a fun idea. I know Anastasia Beverly Hills does this a lot, and I think it's a really fun way to have a little bit more of an experience with the product. I don't know, I'm here for it. I've purchased PR bundles in the past, and I think it's really fun, and I do appreciate the option there. I don't know that I had an option for this though, but it's so cute. It comes in this adorable oven, and it opens up like so. There's literally not a single thing that I would change about this presentation. It is absolutely perfect. Like, oh, I love it so much. So anyway, here is, I accidentally just like, this just fell out, but here is what the palette looks like. It is a pink cake. This looks absolutely delicious. I love all the sprinkles. It feels really nice. It is a cardboard packaging. Here's what the back of it looks like. It says nutrition facts, and then it has all the ingredients, which I think is like, that's so cute. Here is what the inside of the palette looks like. Dun, 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 dun. I love it so freaking much. It does open up sideways, and there is a mirror here, and it folds back completely, which I really appreciate because I love doing that with my palettes. But here are what all of the colors look like. It is a super colorful palette, and we have a lot of different textures in here. It looks like I definitely see some mattes and some shimmers, and then some of these look like they might even have like a little bit more of like a glitter texture to it. But I'm gonna do swatches of all of the shadows for you, and then we're gonna do a little demo. I will say something that I'm noticing immediately is the scent. It is not very pleasant. It's actually pretty strong. Normally my eyeshadow palettes do not smell, but this one smells not like cake, unfortunately. It smells very chemically. I watched Allie Dawson's review of this palette yesterday. If you're not following Allie, you guys should go check her out. She's so sweet. I love her so much. We're like friends in real life, and she's just awesome. So I will link her video down below, and she mentioned the scent, and I was like wondering if she meant like it smells like makeup or if it smells like chemicals, and it smells like chemicals. Like, it doesn't smell like regular makeup. I do have a couple of things that I wanted to mention really quick before we get started. I tried out the e.l.f. Flawless Satin Foundation again. I used this in a trying a bunch of e.l.f. makeup video. I will link that video down below if you haven't seen it yet. I tried it in that video. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. But then I used it again the next day, and I wore it for several hours, probably like 8 hours. And when I got home, oh my god, my makeup looked horrible. Like, it was so bad. I had so many creases under my eyes. My foundation was like breaking up like I've never seen before. It was rough looking. So I'm not giving up on this guy, but I used my Believe Beauty foundation again today, and oh my god, it was like such a relief using that guy again. So just a little update on this product. I'm trying out the new matte putty primer today. I've tried the poreless one and the luminous one, and now I'm trying the matte one out today. So far, I like them all, but I don't like love any of them, but I'm still trying things out. Also, my highlighter today is actually the Jaclyn Cosmetics the Flare palette. I went in with the lightest shade here, which is called Glow Up, and I think it looks gorgeous. So I think that's all of the little updates that I wanted to give you. So yeah, if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy, and let's go ahead and get started. Here is the first row swatch. From top to bottom we have banana, pineapple, strawberry, lavender, and then blueberry. I gotta say, these three shadows swatched so incredibly. I just kept going, and then I finally had to let go. But you can see how long those swatches are. This is just like a dip and then a swipe. I didn't go over any of the shadows, but these are freaking beautiful. This is my first experience with this brand shadows, like I mentioned, so I have high expectations, but this is really nice. Here is the second row swatch. From top to bottom we have guava, peach, cranberry, UBE, I have no idea what that is, I'm about to look it up, and then purple frost. These bottom four are all matte, and I gotta say, they don't swatch the best. It's not horrible, but they do look a little bit streaky and patchy and a little bit funky, but you know, can't judge a product from its swatch. The shadows are starting to stain my fingertips and then also a little bit on the back of my hand. It's pretty minimal, but I only had the shadows on there for less than a minute, so I'm guessing it's gonna stain the eyes, which isn't anything I'm unfamiliar with. But I just wanted to mention that in case that's something you're concerned about. Here is the third row swatched. From top to bottom we have carrot, raspberry, red velvet, birthday cake, and icy mint. Icy mint and birthday cake look pretty similar in the swatch. Once again, these mattes aren't swatching like the best mattes I've ever swatched, but these metallic shades are beautiful. They're something else. And then here is the bottom row swatch. From top to bottom we have dulce de leche, cinnamon, chocolate, blue raspberry, and key lime. The shade cinnamon feels different than any other shade. It almost feels wet. It's a really creamy consistency, and I feel like that shadow is going to perform amazing. So those are all the swatches. I do want to mention that I'm on their website right now, and it says that the cake palette is now available for pre-order while supplies last. I'm not really sure what that means, but it says all cake palette pre-orders and any orders combined with the cake palette pre-order ship starting Valentine's Day, February 14th in the order they were placed. Please place orders for any other items separately if you want them sooner. These shadows are 100% cruelty-free and vegan, which explains the staining that we've got going on. Also, it says the textures in the palette, or the formulas, are the Ultra Dazzling Shimmer, a buttery matte formula, and then the new gorgeous duochrome shades. So I guess there are 3 different formulas in the palette, and there are 20 shades total. GLAMLITE also does offer Afterpay for those of you who are interested. By the way, this video is not sponsored in any way. GLAMLITE has no idea who I am. I pay for this with my own money. I wish they knew who I was. I'm gonna somehow collect all of these palettes. So now I'm gonna go ahead and prime my eyes with the MAC Paint Pot in the shade Painterly, and I'm going to apply it with my mini Tati Beauty Blendiful. I will have a new Tati Beauty Blendiful video coming up very soon. I have had now quite some time, like a couple weeks, I've been playing around with the products, and I have a lot of thoughts. I have some updates with customer service and things like that, so that video will be coming very soon. But I've been loving applying my MAC Paint Pot with my Blendiful. I've mentioned that so many times, but it's just so freaking easy. I also tried the new e.l.f. Putty Primer for the first time, and I really liked it. I used the shade Rose. I have 2 different shades. I have Rose, which looks like a similar color dupe to Painterly from MAC, and then I also have the shade Cream, which is more of a yellow based one. I still have to try it out some more before I have my final thoughts, but I don't think that it's an exact dupe for the MAC Paint Pot. Just wanted to throw that out there in case you were interested on a little update on that. I've been playing with so much new makeup recently, and I'm I want to tell everybody my thoughts. So, alright, what kind of look are we gonna go for today? I have no idea. It looks like Guava is one of those duochrome shades. I'm kind of feeling these warm tones over here. There's so much variety in this palette. There's too many options, but I think I'm gonna play with most of these warm tones, but we'll see if I venture into anything else. I need to clean my brushes so bad. Like, I needed to clean them like a week ago and I still haven't done it. Every single one of my bling brushes is dirty. Every single one of them. So I'm just gonna like kind of clean them off as I go. But I seriously need to clean them so freaking bad. But we're gonna start things off by going in with the shade Pineapple. This is a really pretty matte yellow, and I'm gonna go in with a Bling Brushes E1 from the Rose Gold collection. You can use code PAIGE for 10% off your Bling Brushes purchase. They will be linked in the description box. These are my favorite brushes of all time. So I'm gonna start with this. Wow, that was very powdery when I knocked it off. But I'm gonna take this shade and kind of work it in the inner corner of my crease, if that makes any sense at all. So far, that laid down quite a bit of pigment and it's very smooth. By the way, if you guys see any movement back here, my dog Pepper decided to join me with filming today, so she's just chilling over there. But I know I filmed that video the other day, my PR unboxing, and everybody saw Jarvis's foot in the mirror behind me, and that was so freaking funny. I was like, I didn't notice it until I was editing, and I was like, oh my god, like somebody's gonna say something, and then like everybody said something. I thought that was so funny. But anyway, this is how that first shade looks. I think it's beautiful, so pigmented, very smooth and even. I'm highly impressed with that. Now I'm going to take an E3, and I think, oh, what am I feeling? I'm feeling peach. So I'm gonna go in with this shade here, which is called Peach. And then I'm gonna take that shade and kind of focus that on the center of the crease. I'm feeling an ombre moment here. This is like not gonna match my shirt at all. I should probably change. I threw on a black shirt, so hopefully I don't look so crazy. This peach color is really, really pretty as well. I feel like it's not blending quite as easily as Pineapple did, but it's still looking really, really nice, and it's so pigmented. This is gonna be one of those looks, you guys, where I'm gonna look like a crazy person until the very end. I'm gonna go back in and like blend between these two shades, but I'm just kind of like laying down the color first. I'm gonna go in with another E3, and this time, let's see, what color should we go in with? Oh, I forgot to look up what ube is, or ubi? Ube. Oh, Jesus. I forgot my phone was connected to my speaker. Okay, ube. It is a purple yam. A purple yam, similar to a sweet potato, but sweeter. Now I'm gonna take the shade Raspberry. We went 1, 2, 3, and I'm gonna put this in the outer third of my crease. I also brought this shade Raspberry down onto the lid in the outer corner there, and now I'm going to take my P. Louise base in the shade 2, and I'm gonna do like a half cut crease. So I went a little bit more than half. I actually kind of did like a 2/3 cut crease, and I really want to use this shade here, which is called Cinnamon, and it has like a little bit of a green shift to it. It's really cool. It's like a gold bronzy color with like gold and green glitter. I don't know, I want to use that like on the inner part, but I think I might go in with another shimmer on the center. I'm gonna start by going in with Cinnamon. I'm using an E5 from Bling Brushes, and I'm gonna put this in the inner corner and just kind of press it there. Oh, that was a flop. Let me try that again. Okay, so that does not look good. Let me try a different brush. Okay, so now it's really starting to lay on there. I went in with an E4, which is more of like a flat, like almost like a concealer brush. This is the same brush that I used to cut the crease, and it looks a lot better. I feel like this shade would be applied really well with the fingertip, but my nails are too long to like accurately get up in that corner of my eye, so I can't really apply eyeshadows with my fingertips. But I think that it literally looks like gold foil on my eyelid, like gold leaf. That's what it looks like. That is so freaking pretty. But now I'm gonna go in with a little bit of Guava, which is this shade here, and I'm going to put that right where there's no eyeshadow. These shadows have a very unique texture. They're very soft, almost like a gel-like. When you're putting the brush in, you have to be careful. Don't press too hard, otherwise you're gonna make a mess. But you kind of have to like, not scoop it, but like almost like put a little pressure in there and scoop it to get it good on the brush. Like, that wasn't enough. I really think that the fingertip would be your best option with this formula here. So the shadow looks really pretty, but I do not like the way that this looks. I actually just took the shade Guava and kind of covered up the shade Cinnamon. Cinnamon was a really pretty color. I just felt like there was too much going on for this eye, so this is how I'm gonna leave it. So I decided to not cut the crease with the P. Louise base on this eye just to see the difference. And I definitely can see a little bit of a difference. This side looks like thicker, like the metallic shade just looks like it's packed on thicker on my eyelid, but like overall, it's pretty similar. I don't think you need to use like a super sticky base with these kind of shadows. So this is just like dry, whatever primer was left over from the MAC paint pot that I initially applied. That's what was on my eyelid here, so it's not bad. You can see the little bit of mess that I made from really going in hard into those shadows so that I could get some good payoff, but I think that they look beautiful on the eyes. I'm just gonna take the shade Raspberry, which is the one we have in the outer corner, and bring that on the lower lash line, like the outer portion. I also took the shade Peach and put it on the inner part of the lower lash line. I'm just gonna take this really fluffy brush. This is the E11 from the Starry Nights collection, and I'm just gonna like blend out and like kind of smoke out the edges of this eyeshadow just so that it's not like so stark right here. Now I'm going to put some mascara and lashes on, and I will be right back. All right, you guys, so this is how the look turned out. I think it's so colorful and fun. I did take the same highlighter that I have on my cheeks and I put that on my brow bone and inner corner. Then I went in with the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara and some D-Star lashes in the style Camilla. You can use code Paige for 20% off. And then for my lip, I have on the Alamar Cosmetics lip liner in the shade Dulce, and then the Morphe liquid lipstick in the shade Virgin. I love this lip combo. I think it's so pretty. But yeah, overall I think it's really fun. Definitely my kind of colors. Very like sunset vibes, like tropical beach situation I'm feeling. So overall I think that it turned out really well. I am so impressed with these eyeshadows. I've heard good things about them. I knew that they were going to be pigmented, and I had a pretty good idea that they would perform well, but I didn't think they would perform this well. Overall, the blending was fantastic. I did have not issues, but like a little bit of like trouble trying to figure out how to make those two shades work for me, but I figured it out. You just have to use more of like a synthetic, like flat brush just like this to kind of like almost scoop out the product, or use your fingertip. Either way, I think you could apply those two shadows and it would be phenomenal. But yeah, I love this palette. I definitely would recommend it. It's super colorful and fun. I really want to play with like these blues and purples next. I really want to use this Ubi, is that what it was called? I already forgot. This shade here, I really want to use that with maybe like blue raspberry and purple frost and icy mint or something like that. I think that would make a really pretty look. But overall, I freaking love this palette. I didn't use the mirror in here, but the mirror is nice. It's not the biggest mirror I've ever seen, but it's a reasonable size, and I do appreciate that they did put a mirror in there. So I love this. I'm so happy. I'm so happy that my like hopes were reassured after using this palette. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please don't forget to subscribe and give it a thumbs up. I had so much fun playing with this palette today, and I definitely will be picking up the rest of their palettes at some point. It might take me a minute to collect them all, but they have some really fun palettes and I want all of them. They're so freaking cool. So now the phone's ringing. That's great. Anyway, I love you guys so much. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.